Swipe him into the barrier, I'd say.
Messy entry there from Cody Collins.
Cody normally campaigns a
yellow
Sphero. Where's that today?
He destroyed the engine in the last round.
Two off, I think. Yeah, a little bit of payback. So has he sort of borrowed a car there, or has he sort of quickly made one?
He just borrowed it from his good friend Paul Hadley. Slow motorsport.
Sylvia and the 180SX or 200SX or whatever's under the bonnet of that thing. Good chase there by Mark. Bo just pulling ahead a bit. Straightening up there a wee bit. Mark is catching. Bo definitely straightening up there, but Mark's off. So it spins and almost that would be 2 zeros, would that be correct? One car dropped a couple of wheels in one turn, so probably quite good. Of course, when the cars battle, which you'll see later, and both drivers ahead of the double five, that happened last weekend. It's called a rerun. So
have the advantage as soon as you finish the judge section, sort of try and look behind you, see what sort of gap you got. If you have a gap, then you can sort of work off your next run from there, whether to leave a gap and close up, or just stay on his tail the whole way.
It must be quite hard when you sort of got a top driver in front of you and just smoking out your insurance bump. It must be pretty hard to see. Would that be right? Of course, you might contact him under the smoke, or you don't know where he is.
Well, from the practice, you sort of learn the track, you know when to turn, and hopefully that's when your practicing comes involved. You should be able to read the track through the smoke. That'll be a good sign.
Definitely. So the Cody Collins and Mark O'Hara here, probably a couple of quite similarly tied cars. Cody, a very, very aggressive driver, and you probably give the advantage to him to see we haven't seen Mark in the last few rounds. It looks like Mark's hanging right on his bumper there. Mark, you see a bit of puff in the front. We had to actually stop to avoid Cody Collins. So Cody in a new car, a different car, short wheelbase car. He normally campaigns Sphero, so probably a different sort of driving technique. The longer wheelbase cars tend to hang out a bit more and aren't quite as twitchy. The shorter wheelbase car
out the way. So if you look now, Mark's got the advantage already. He's got the entry sorted.
Cody is closing, but he didn't have the big entry, so you wouldn't necessarily give him a lot of points for that, would you? Because he wasn't under sort of supreme drift premises.
Cody's just cutting the corners, but understeering.
Yeah, break the drift there, so definite advantage to Mark. Mark sort of didn't do too much wrong in that run.
Yeah, Mark's nice and clean, getting the drift nice and tidy.
So here we go. Do 5 passes. If they spin or drop 2 wheels onto the dirt, as we call it, developing brown smoke, that is instant 0. As you can see around the other side there, he's demonstrated the first 0. Basically, so they do 5 qualifying passes there. The judges have never had it out of 10. Now, if you're wondering about these numbers and how you get them, I'll hand you over to Mr. Bailey now, Mr. Bales, and he will tell you exactly, as a judge, why they get the scores they're getting. Bales, welcome.
Well, thank you. Very glad to be here.
Coming around here, Glenn Pupich in the front car is sort of world famous for his phenomenal entries. Now that is first and second, I believe, this stage in the Drift South Championship. First place in the front there, and that's Tomo in second place there in the S13 Sylvia. These guys are good friends and teammates, and relatively close to being as mentally disturbed as you can get without needing a day pass. Very, very good drivers. Glenn Pupich is pretty much, well, I think he's pretty much won every round. Each car is going to battle the other one 3 times. And when we say battling, see Tomo just dropped 2 wheels off there, so were we doing a qualifying run, that would be a 0. Each car is going to battle the other one 3 times. Now what we mean by battling is we get one car leading. Now what the lead car has got to do is pull away or maintain the gap from the second car. He cannot break drift, he must still do speed, angle and style. And the car behind him, chase car, what that car will do is he's got a Corolla not really having the power to do that. Bit messy, very messy there from Jamie. Jamie generally a flawless driver as well, that'll probably annoy him. Pulling away there in the wee A86, he hasn't really broken drift, but good angle and that's a spin, so Jamie will get a 0. Very uncharacteristic for Jamie, and probably at least a 7 I would suggest for the wee Trevino. Yeah. I'm getting a nod from the judges, so X13 Sylvia versus Steve Smith in the R32 Skyline.
It's Anthony McCoy in the mainland middle.
Oh, and Steve right on the turn. That was 1 wheel at a time, I think, so not quite a 0. Looks like he's wrestling that car a bit. He's right on the steering stops there. Obviously, severe advantage goes to Anthony, I would suggest. See there, some of the cars got rear wings bells and some haven't. What sort of advantage would that give on a track like this? Now the 2 R32 Skylines here, Jamie running the RB26. Not sure what's under the hood of Steve's there, but whatever it is, looks like it's getting no trouble getting him sideways.
Definitely 2 wheels off the track here.
That would be a 0 to Steve. Because when the guys are battling, the driver in front or behind doesn't know they've got the advantage or not. So, you know, they're just driving to win basically, no matter what. Obviously the car spins and they see it, they'll know, but they quite often have no idea how they've done. Only we and you guys know. Troy to pull away. Troy not doing too much wrong at the moment. Troy's definitely gapping him. Advantage to Troy this run. Like Brad has got a bad shape. Brad straightened up there. Troy holding the line. Right place on the track. You see his front wheels are tucked right in, which means he's sliding. That'll be quite a good run there. Definitely good advantage to Troy. Is that right?
Yeah, definitely good advantage to Troy. Good entry. Didn't really make any mistakes. Not like Brad. He had a few understeering.
Coming into the flank from hell, which he is. He's sideways halfway down the straight, right on the juice. A lot of smoke there from Troy's right up it. Brad, tidy run so far.
Very good run there by Troy.
He's way closing because I think the car's driving Brad more the other way around. Troy holding a good line. A lot of angle, you can see his front wheels there. The rims are tucked right round behind the guard. Did a good advantage to Troy there. He closed and he did the better drift lap.
Definitely better. Very good.
Yeah, you sort of spin and then on the next run you will chase or lead. You've obviously got a serious disadvantage, but we got Glenn Pepperchair and Chris Jackson, in the relatively, now he campaigned a Skyline for a while, that's right. He's just quite new to the S14, but when Chris came out here early on, he sort of decimated the world, so obviously a very adaptable driver, just getting grips with the track. The guys haven't raced this track for a while, I think, so Glenn looks like he's got his hand on it a wee bit, if you know what I mean. So the guys are being judged as we speak, so they're doing qualifying.
For like entries, you see on the straight here, which they're doing, into the first left-hander, and try and hit the apexes, what they do. Glenn's all over him like a dirty rash, which is what we like. Catching out on the inside there, trying to make an error, and they both come off the track.
So you wouldn't score that a 0-0. You have 0 for the spin and 0 for the
well, it comes to advantage because Chris spun, so Glenn had to avoid him, so the only way he could avoid him was coming up the track, which he's done.
Too happy to help out.
So here we got Paul Tomlin and Tom Hadley. So there we go, Tom Hadley with an off, but Paul still has to maintain a drift through the whole track. You can't take it to an advantage that Tom's been already off. So Paul's brought us another perfect full track drift, is what we like. It's quite uncharacteristic of Tom. Third gear, should be dropping probably down to that second, then just nailing it to link the 2 left-handers. So they've got the ways of trying to set the corner up. They may just do a wee switch, they may just do a huge feint, and they'll just power slide it into it with a handbrake. There you go. Paul Tomlin there with another perfect drift, nailing it. Bit of a spin.
And the old commentator's curse, talk about him when you fell, but Paul is coming second. He was actually very unlucky not to take out the Invercargill round last week, but he's second overall in drift south behind Glenn. So you have got to we'll call this one two fairly good drivers there. Oh, gee!
He needs to go wipe himself after that. That's going to be pretty hectic.
As I say, only him and his dry cleaner will know how close he got to that wall then.
He will.
He's going a bit harder. We're driving behind someone like Tomo there, and I guess the drivers will know that you'll be judging fairly harshly in this first corner. So looks like the techniques we use are the faint techniques that you heard Bale say before. They just basically throw the car into a drift the wrong way and then throw it back the other way and then throw it back the correct way again. That's called a feint. So a driver like Chris, I would imagine, probably wouldn't make the same mistake twice in a row. Tomo's all over. Tomo going for the handbrake entry there, Chris going for the feint. Advantage to be to Tomo there, he is closing and he is maintaining drift. He's closed right up there. Not much distance between the cars there, both cars still in the drift. Tomo's got the better line, Chris is off, so that would be a 0 again and probably a 10 to Tomo. Tomo did not break drift or tradition at all there, so a couple of zeros.